Nosipho. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to 2021, everybody. I hope the new year has been good to you so far. I hope it's been nothing but good vibes. I am feeling really good. This year's been okay. I mean, it's been tough in the sense that there have been some hard things that have happened throughout this year. Some close relatives and friends have lost some people due to COVID because we're still in that time. It's still COVID times. We're still dealing with COVID-19. And unfortunately, it hasn't been all, I guess, roses and positivity and rainbows in the past month or so. It really feels like 2021 has been going on for longer, but it's been only a month and some change. I do hope though that for the most part for everybody that 2021 has been okay so far. It's good to see you guys again. I'm glad to be back here again. I have had a good year so far and I think I'm looking forward to a really positive year. I'm trying to be positive because, to be honest, second year of internship is quite good. It's a lot better than last year. Like the last video that I made before the last video that I made was all doom and gloom. It wasn't a lot of positive vibes. I was really unhappy. I mean, even look at me. I look happier, guys. I look so much happier because second year is actually all that I wished internship would have been from day one, but it wasn't. I mean, you know, we live and we learn, but we're here now. I'm very happy to be a second year, almost done with internship because, hey, I only have, 10 months left now, and I'm going to be a ComServe, so I'm really looking forward to that. God's been good, life's been good. It's good to see you guys, but yeah, let's get into the video. I just want to share with you guys a few lessons that I learned in 2020 that I think are important to take into 2021. It's still valid, right? Because it's still only February. So you still have 10 months and many more days to go before you finish the year. So my lessons for 2021 are coming up soon. I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's really good to see you guys again. And until the next clip, God ever stay blessing you. Lesson 1 is don't wait for tomorrow. Do it now, because procrastination is still the thief of time. And this, pointing fingers at myself, because the video that I posted last was 2 months ago, and I was saying, I'm back in capital letters, I'm back on YouTube, I'm going to create content, and all I've been doing for 2.5 months is legit procrastinating. I've had the time. I even have had leave in January. I was off for 5 days. But did you guys get a video? Dololo. I didn't create content. I didn't do anything that I said I would do because I was procrastinating. But I'm hoping that we're on a better trend now because here I am making a video. And to be honest, guys, really, tomorrow's not promised. And I think especially with the pandemic that we're going through now, you really do realize that tomorrow is not promised. People are alive today, gone tomorrow. People have had COVID for a very short time, they're gone tomorrow. Like, you really honestly can't guarantee that you'll have the time to do all the things that you're promising yourself that you'll do in the future, because the future, more so than it ever has been, is not promised. So please do live your life as long as you have the time to live it. So if you have the time to live right now because you're still alive watching this video, do it now. Tomorrow is not promised. My lesson number 2 for 2021 is be the friend that you want others to be to you. And I feel that a lot of people, and especially when you look at like people engaging about their friendships and people saying what they expect other people to be to them, is a lot of things that people themselves are not willing to do. So if you really want people to be considerate, to be caring, to go above and beyond for you, be that friend, you know, be that person. Do unto others what you'd like them to do unto you. A lot of us are selfish and a lot of us only consider ourselves when we're thinking about what we want other people to do for us, but we're not willing to bite the bullet and do that for others. Friendship is a two-way street. It's a give and take. And there's nothing more exhausting than being in a friendship with somebody who is just a taker. All they do is take. Everything is about them. Nothing is about other people. They're inconsiderate, don't think for other people. And some of us are in friendships like that. So if you do have friendships like that or friends around you that are like that, maybe it's time to reevaluate those friendships and those situations, because some things we need to leave in 2020 as we move on to 2021, because there's nothing that is more unfulfilling than a toxic friendship. And toxic people have a way of making sure that they stay stuck to you and they stay in your life. So if you have friendships like that, or if you have friends like that, or God forbid, if you are that friend, you need to do a self-introspection and reevaluate yourself before people cut you off. So I really think that in 2021, we need to have more meaningful, more fruitful, more genuine friendships, and we need to be more genuine people. So please do make sure that you're the friend that you want other people to be to you in 2021. Be good to your friends. Be a good person. It doesn't take much. And because we expect that, it shouldn't be too difficult for us to give. Lesson number 3 is give love a chance. Life is too short. Going back to lesson number 1, life is too short for you not to be venturing into love. We've all been hurt in the past, guys. Everybody has a story that they can tell, and some of us more stories than we care to have in our lifetime that we can tell about how we've been heartbroken, how people have screwed us over. In the last video, I mentioned like that dizzy relationship that I was in. During the time that I was in, or situationship that I was in that actually wasn't really a relationship, but like turned my life upside down. But that doesn't mean that love isn't something that we still all can have. We all deserve love. And love is such a beautiful thing, guys. Don't you love love? Don't you want to be in love? So please don't let your past experiences close you off to getting love, to finding love, to being in love, to loving someone, because life is too short for you not to have a companion. And life is also much better when you have somebody at your side to share it with. Trust me, I know. So please do give yourself a shot at love. This is not the year for you to be saying that you're still trying to be single because Bobby and Sipho and Jablani hurt you. We're moving on from that now. Don't let people hold you back. People who you've left in the past hold you back forever. Those people have moved on. They're living their lives. They really could not be concerned about you and what you're doing, but you're letting them hold your life back. Don't do that. Give love a chance this year. Give love a chance this year. Repeat after me. I am going to give love a chance this year, because you deserve it, man. And you don't know, maybe you could end up with a ring on your finger. Speaking life into myself, because I really would like to end up with a ring on my finger. But anyway, give love a chance this year, because you really don't know where it could take you. Lesson number 4 is a really important lesson that we all need to embark on, and something that, especially as a young adult, people don't seem to do well. Manage your finances and start saving. This is not something that we hear too often, because when you look at social media and like when you look at how people generally live their lives, we all are pretty much in this culture of spending. Social media has a lot to do with, I guess, showing what you have, flashing the things that you have, showing everybody what you can afford. So there isn't a lot of financial maturity and a lot of financial planning that we see on social media. All we see is spending of money. And to be honest, we all then end up being in a position where we're buying things that we don't need, spending money that we don't have. For example, I wanted to buy a new camera. I wanted to buy that Sony ZV-1, the vlogging camera, because I've been seeing it everywhere. And I really was just like, oh no, I need this camera. And I was busy sitting like looking at the money in my account. And at some point I almost like clicked checkout on my Take-A-Lot basket, insisting to myself that the reason why I wasn't filming over the past few months is because I didn't have that Sony ZV-1 vlogging camera. But does that make sense? I wasn't creating content at baseline anyway. Now I wanted to spend 15,000 Rand on a camera that I didn't need, meaning that I'd have a second camera on top of a very good camera that I already have, that is perfect enough for vlogging, that I'm not utilizing at the time, but social media was just making me want to spend money. And the culture of spending when you really don't need to be spending isn't all that wise. So I really think that we need to get into a point, we really need to get to a point as young adults where we start financial planning our lives. I really hope that all of you people are sitting here watching my video, you have a retirement annuity if you're working, you have investments if you're working, you have savings if you're working. If you don't have the other things, it's fine. But one thing that you need to have is a rainy day fund. There's no way that you can't have money that you've saved that you may need in case of emergency. For instance, before I had medical aid, which is also bad. If you don't have medical aid, please do sign up for a medical aid. That's also good financial planning. Anyway, in I think November of last year, I felt quite sick and I had to go to the emergency room, and at that time my medical aid hadn't kicked in yet, and I had to pay 6,000 Rand for that hospital visit. I didn't even get admitted. I was just at the hospital till like 3 o'clock in the morning getting treatment then, but that cost me 6,000 Rand. And thank God I had a savings fund, or that I have a savings fund, so I dipped into my savings to pay for that emergency healthcare that I needed. But if you don't have an emergency savings fund, other things can come up. It might not only just be you getting sick if you don't have medical aid, other things can come up. But even if nothing comes up, it's good for you to have savings, because if you're saving towards something, then it's great because you have a plan, and then you also don't spend money that you don't have when you don't have it, because you're accumulating that money over time so you can make that big purchase at the end of the month or at the end of a few months if it's a purchase that's that big. So I really think we need to get into a habit of financial planning and saving money. If you guys are interested in me doing like a video, a more dedicated video on financial planning and saving, then do let me know. Then we'll do that and have a discussion about savings, and I guess I can maybe share the different things that I've invested in and the different financial planning things that I've done. But I think it's really important for us to get into a more healthy financial situation in 2021. It's not good to be living paycheck to paycheck, to be living hand to mouth, especially when you don't have to be. So I really want us all to make good financial decisions in 2021. So financial planning, you're going to start doing that this year. That's the next lesson for 2021. The next lesson for 2021 is forgive yourself. I have so many things that I'm stuck on from the time that I was in high school that I really still haven't forgiven myself for. And if you think about it, these things creep up into your life at times that you really actually don't expect them to. And even if you don't, in your subconscious, they're stuck there, they're embedded there because you're not letting them go. So in 2021, please forgive yourself for the mistakes you made. Please forgive yourself for the things you've done. Please ask God for forgiveness for the things you've done, because if God has forgiven you, who are you not to forgive yourself? So stop holding yourself in a position of judgment, because we judge ourselves very often. Stop holding yourself in a position of judgment. Stop holding yourself in a position of disdain. Stop not moving forward, because you're not letting yourself get past certain things, and that holds you back. And it also holds you back in relationships, because, for instance, if you're not forgiving yourself for something that you did in a past relationship or something that was done to you in a past engagement, and it's basically affecting your future relationships, it's really not worth it. Because if nobody's holding you accountable for it, or if nobody's holding any judgment against you for it, and the only person who can judge you is God, if God is not judging you for it, why are you judging yourself? So please forgive yourself in 2021, myself included. I need to forgive myself for the things that I know that I've done, that I've been holding in my heart, things that I haven't been letting go, and things that have been bringing me down. We need to let go of those things. So this year, we're forgiving ourselves, and we're cultivating a culture of forgiveness to ourselves and also forgiving of others, because holding grudges against people, and also sometimes holding grudges against people you haven't even told them that you're angry at, or people that you haven't told you're angry at, rather, English is not our mother tongue, then it's really honestly not worth it, and you're living a life of heavy things. You're living a life of baggage, carrying things that you really shouldn't be carrying. So let that go. Forgive yourself this year so we can start on a clean slate. And even the new mistakes that you're going to make this year, just forgive yourself, pray about them. God will forgive you, and we live and we learn from our mistakes. The next lesson for this year is that we're going to invest in ourselves. There's that thing that you've wanted to start, that thing that you want to do, maybe a YouTube channel, I suppose, because it's a common example, a social media page, also because it's a common example. Maybe you want to go back to school. There's like many DMs and messages that I've gotten like over the years where people are like, oh, I've been doing this for all this time. And I mean, with me being a medical doctor, it sort of applies in that way, where people are like, oh, I want to get to medical school too. I'm doing this right now, but I've always wanted to be a doctor. I'm doing this right now, but I've always wanted to be a dentist. Stop saying you're too old to do it, it's too late for you to do it. I mean, I suppose affordability could be an excuse, but even then you can find ways to make it affordable for you. You can find funding for it. So if there's something that you've wanted to invest in, it might not be a degree, or it might not be education, it might be a skill that I've wanted to learn. I even bought a piano, is how to play the piano. I really have wanted to learn how to play the piano because I do sing, and I've always wanted to sing and play. And I've had that piano now for 4 years. Do I know how to play the piano? No, that's a problem. I'm not investing in myself. So it's really important for us to invest in the things that we've always wanted to invest in. Pour into yourself. This year should be a year of pouring into yourself, self-cultivation, self-growth, self-actualization. That should be what this year is for you. So that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys did learn a thing or two. And I think these are really important lessons to take into any new year, but specifically this year, because that's where we're at right now. I do think that they'll help you have a good, more prosperous and more fruitful 2021. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to get into the swing of filming 2 videos a month, and hopefully as we get more consistent, 1 video a week. Hopefully we'll get there soon. I'm holding myself accountable with lesson 1, so hopefully we'll get there or not hopefully, we will get there because I will work at getting there. But until the next video, I love you all so, so, so much. It was good to see you again, and God ever stay blessing you. Bye, guys.